Good morning, everyone. Teachers, family, friends, churchgoers, and my fellow graduates. My name is Alyssa, and I will be the first of 4 testimonies today by our senior class. Before I get into my speech for my fellow graduates, in the wise words of our 9th grade English teacher, it's activity time. Don't need to worry. No movement required, no flashcards, no worksheets, no essays. You can stay in your seats and just in your head, on a scale of 10 to never again, mentally rate, how was your high school experience? Got it? I'll give you like 3 seconds. Okay, good. Now let's take a deep breath in and appreciate the fact that we all survived, whatever your rating was. I'm honored to be one of the speakers chosen for today. And honestly, surrounded by so many people I've known for 6 years, people I've grown comfortable with, I feel a bit small. Why, you might ask? Well, I'm standing here in front of future doctors, lawyers, engineers, CEOs, and even celebrities. When I say it like that, it justifies my perception. But grand victory aside, we need to focus on what actually mattered, what really mattered to all of us. It's the smaller things. The smaller things you didn't notice were there. The smaller things that you will only notice after you leave here today. For guests today, I would like you to join us in reminiscing on maybe your high school experiences. Things like studying in front of a classroom for an exam. You're stressed, the adrenaline is running high. You know you're going to fail. And then you see a glowing beam of light coming through the classroom door. That's your friend, and they're going to come up right to you and tell you exactly what the questions are. So now you're confident. You're striding up to the class, you're taking your seat, you're pulling out your pen, and then you realize the teacher actually prepared 2 sets of the test and your friend gave you all the wrong questions. Or maybe something more personal. How about it's late night, your friend is crying on the phone about how they just got dumped or how they missed their ex, or just crying for no reason. It happens. And you're trying your best to comfort them while you look at the clock, hoping you can just get enough sleep for tomorrow's day at school. Or maybe it's your last day here. The bell rang about an hour ago, and you're looking at the people emptying, you're looking at the cars pulling away from the parking lot, and you're realizing that things will never be the same again. No more long lines at the cafeteria, no more worship music in the morning, and no more EIS, essentially. And then, and only then, will you realize that all the time has passed. How being a senior used to seem so far away. I hope that we can all look back in gratitude for all that has happened. Congratulations, class of 2025. This isn't the end, but it is simply a beginning of a new road ahead, where our paths diverge only for a moment. But I know we will all see each other on the other side. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Phantila Rungruangchaiboon from senior class of 2025. Being one of the first few people of this batch, it still comes to me as a surprise how fast we became seniors and how quickly we are about to graduate. Life in EIS has definitely been a journey for us all. Not just a simple road trip to Pattaya, but probably like a flying plane on one hand and sometimes a sinking ship on another. Of course, there were days we didn't want to show up, days where we prayed teachers would stop giving us so much work, days we wished our group members would put in a bit more effort. But beyond that, school was something more important. A safe space, a comfort zone, a second home. It was a place for us to grow, to discover who we truly are, and to become the best version of ourselves. We grew academically, memorizing formulas, writing essays, and hopefully remembering how photosynthesis works. But we also grew as individuals. We found friends who turned into family, and teachers who taught far more than subjects. And for sure, we made memories. Some funny, some embarrassing, and some that will stick with us for a lifetime. All the hangouts filled with smiles and laughters in class, during lunchtime, in the hallways, the never-ending tasks and assignments, constant anxiety and breakdowns when checking grades in Plus Portal, months and years of learning online, a bunch of school events, late-night sports day preparations, Orange House Championship, the senior excursion, or even the sudden earthquake amidst our senior lunch. One thing after another, day after day. It's crazy to think how fast these years have gone by and how much memories we made. But life goes on and there's nothing we can do to stop that. But like our class song, Golden Days, I hope that the years we spent together here remains a golden part of our lives even 20 or 30 years from now. Tomorrow, when we wake up to come to EIS for one last time, when we walk up to this stage for our diplomas for one last time, and when we walk down this auditorium we spent years to us for one last time, I'm sure we all will realize that the years we spent here meant more to us than we ever thought. And just like we studied in our English class, songs of innocence and songs of experience, we're slowly letting go of our innocent childhoods and moving on to living life with experience. As we pursue different paths and meet new people in the future, I hope we all will take on the new opportunities and grow from those experiences, just as EIS has provided us with the foundation for our future. After 15 years and as I make my final speech today as an EIS student, I would like to extend my sincere and heartfelt gratitude to my respected teachers, classmates, friends, and my fellow graduates. It has been such an honor for me to be a part of this journey and to be speaking up here today. Congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Min and I'll be speaking your third testimony. Being in this school since kindergarten 3, the 13 years I spent in this school have been an adventure like no other. I started out in kindergarten as a very cheerful and innocent kid, and throughout elementary and middle school, I lived an active and thrilling life. All to lead to high school year when I was able to graduate and lead a life with good academics and participating in many academic and extracurricular activities. It feels like yesterday when I used to walk into school holding my brother or my sister's hand, or when getting a pink slip every other week felt like collecting rare cards. I've seen the school change and grow up just as I did. I remember eating in the old cafeteria when it was a first floor building, and I remember playing ping pong in the old green court when the wind would blow away the ball every other turn. Or running in the original soccer field where it would turn into a battlefield every time it rained because it would become muddy. But over the years, it wasn't just the school that grew up. I did too. Looking back, I can honestly say that my growth in my character and image is both big and meaningful. If you had told my past self that I would be graduating with good grades and be involved in so many activities and groups, I probably wouldn't have believed you. Still, none of this would have meant anything without the people who have made it special. I'm lucky to have had friends who were fun and outgoing, but also to have teachers who were not only friendly, but also patient with me. I'm truly grateful to be graduating alongside the people I've grown up with, and I'm proud to say that there's nothing and no one quite like Senior 25. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Apipu and I'll be doing your last speech today. So, embassies. When you think of embassies, you probably think of the embassy building itself, right? I know that a lot of people here will have a lot of experiences with that. But did you know that, technically speaking, those buildings are actually called chancelleries? Embassies actually only refer to the diplomatic envoy sent by the countries itself. I see school the same way. To me, school is not a place that we go to study. It's a people that I've spent time with here. I would like to thank all the teachers who have taught me so much. So many of them have gone out of their way to teach me in both academic ways and in lessons that are taken outside of the classroom. Within these walls, I've learned to be strong and to persevere throughout all my struggles. So many people here have gone the extra mile to try to reach me and console me when I really needed their help, even when it would burden them. And now, to my peers. When I was doing my Thai project and giving my school tour, the guy that I was touring was an EIS alumni, and he told me many stories, like how you guys used to jump out of the fence to skip school, or how we used to fight with the other schools. But something that I will always remember is he told me that your friends that you find here will be the truest friends you ever find in your life. And the more I think about it, the more I realize that he was right. Your college friends hopefully will know you, but they won't know you the same way the people here will. We have seen you grow and change over time and become the person you are today. Your friends in college might know your passion, but we have seen you develop them and become who you are. As we go on different paths, I want to use this opportunity to wish each and every single one of you the best, and I want to say that I have faith in every single one of you. I am certain that this is one of the best years that EIS has ever seen. I do mean it. We have the most numbers of doctors, lawyers, and engineers. And I'm quite certain that we have the most numbers of SC officers and club presidents, even if half of them was just Vogue. You know, my college friends will hopefully know me. They'll know my passion and my interests, but they won't know me like you guys. They'll know my Instagram username, but they won't know what I'm a master of. Thank you.